I'll just say it. 2019 so far has been a bad year for movies. If I have to hear about one more fucking Disney live action remake or cynically made sequel, I'm gonna scream. Even the films I was supposed to love, such as Us and Avengers Endgame, fall more into the it's good, but it's not great territory. But I got a feeling the second half of 2019 is going to change my mind on that. I just got out of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, my most anticipated film of 2019. This and Joker are the two films I am dying to see right now. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is Quentin Tarantino's ninth movie. Tarantino has famously stated that his 10th movie would be his last as a writer and director. If Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is any indication, Tarantino is gonna go out on top. This film is a love letter to the new Hollywood era that started with films such as Rosemary's Baby and Easy Rider. It's also his most polished film to date. This film is absolutely gorgeous to look at. The movies within the movie are great and already feel like they exist in real life, shot lovingly with heavy film grain and using 1960s techniques. Bounty Law feels like an obscure TV show that exists in real life. I even love how Tarantino superimposes Rick Dalton into already existing films and TV series. Look, I know it's the cool thing to hate Quentin Tarantino right now, but you can't deny that he is one of the last auteur filmmakers. He is a man with an uncompromising vision. Even with his weakest film, Death Proof, there's a sense of ambition and depth to it. The best way to describe Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is that it is a laid back version of Pulp Fiction. The way I see this is that this is Tarantino's version of Roma. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has that slice of life feel that is a personal love letter to the LA he grew up in. This is very much a Tarantino film. This film is a foot fetishist's wet dream to the point that I won't be surprised that this entire film gets uploaded to WikiFeet by the end of the week. Tarantino will let moments grow organically, like having the soundtrack kick in to set a proper tone and using actual radio commercials of the period. Most of the film is Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth shooting the shit, but it's so compelling. This has a 161-minute runtime and it doesn't drag. It's not like Midsummer where they spend 5 minutes picking up silverware just because. Tarantino liking the pairing of Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt as the modern day Robert Redford and Paul Newman. That's exactly what this pairing is. These two play off of each other so perfectly that they become Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth, and not the A-list actors we know them as. DiCaprio adds little flares like giving Rick Dalton a mild stutter. He makes Rick Dalton an insecure mess in an ever-changing Hollywood. It's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best performances in a career chock full of them. I want to see Brad Pitt get an Oscar nomination. Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino are a match made in heaven. My two favorite Brad Pitt roles both involve Tarantino. The first involving Aldo Rain in Inglourious Basterds, and now Cliff Booth in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Pitt is both character actor Brad Pitt and charming sex symbol Brad Pitt in this movie, and I absolutely love it. Margot Robbie isn't just playing the role as Sharon Tate. She is Sharon Tate. The moment I first saw her in The Wolf of Wall Street, I knew she was going to be a star. Everything she's been in, I loved her in. Yes, even Suicide Squad. When you see Robbie kick her bare feet up to watch The Wrecking Crew with the actual clip of Sharon Tate fighting Nancy Kwan playing on screen intercut with her getting trained by Bruce Lee, It is uncanny how perfect she is in this role. Which segs into another thing I love about this movie. Sharon Tate is handled very tastefully. Clearly, Tarantino has a love for Sharon Tate, as Margot Robbie is not digitally inserted into the wrecking crew. She is treated like an actual human being with goals and ambitions and not a murder victim. Even the bit players bring their A game. A never better Al Pacino plays Dalton's agent who tries to get him into spaghetti westerns. Mike Moe's Bruce Lee is brilliant and has an uncanny resemblance to him that is scary. Margaret Qualley of the unfairly overlooked The Nice Guys is great as a hitchhiker Clint picks up. I also gotta praise this fantastic child actress, Julia Butters, who plays this wise beyond her years child actress who delivers this emotional gut punch scene involving Rick Dalton. All of this builds up to a fantastic third act that I'm going to do a separate video for because I'm tired of idiotic takes from sheltered millennial film critics who can't handle anything that doesn't have shitty sitcom jokes about Captain America's ass every 30 seconds. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a euphoric movie. This is a film that gives me hope for the rest of 2019. Everything builds to a great crescendo of brilliant filmmaking, great dialogue, and fantastic performances. This film was everything I wanted it to be. Early next year, I'm going to do something ambitious. I'm going to rank my top 50 favorite films of the decade. This is the first film released in 2019 that will be inducted into that list. It only took 8 months, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my first 5-star film of 2019. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and spread the word of New Rums Media. Follow me on all my socials at New Rums Media. And until then, I'll see you next time.